Alright, this is a follow-up video to kind of practice the pronouns that we already introduced in that previous video that you wrote things down on your paper. I'm calling this practice with pronouns. As we move through, we'll start with the boxes. As you look over on the left-hand side of each slide, there's going to be the verb chart, and a star will show you which box that this pronoun goes in, just to kind of help clarify matching that into the verb chart. Remember in class we had you point to yourself and say yo. Yo means I, so we have a picture of this gentleman pointing to himself and saying yo. Yo means I. Tú, we had you point with two fingers to someone as if you're talking to someone. Tú means you. Tú. Él, you're talking about one male. Él means he. Él. Ella. Ella, talking about the same, or talking about one female. If we go back, if you'll notice that the star is in the bottom left, and then as we move forward again, the star is in the same spot. So él and ella go in the same box for the conjugation for the verb chart. Same with usted. Usted is the formal form of you. It's talking to someone formally, and it is in the same box as él and ella. Here's a recap of the differences between tú and usted. We talked about this in the other video, but it's always good to kind of have a refresher. So tú is informal, used with family, friends, and people that are younger than you. Usted is more formal, so you use it with new acquaintances, authority figures, and older people. Continuing on the verb chart, so now we're on the right side of the verb chart, in the top right box, nosotros. Because Spanish is a gender-based language, there are a few different endings, so I've kind of given you some different scenarios. Nosotros means we, so that means you are part of the group. And this is just one option. There's several different options for how you could use nosotros. Nosotros option number 2, you're part of the group and you're male, there's girls and guys. It would be nosotros because there's guys involved. Nosotros option number 3, if you are female and you're part of the group and there's even only one boy, you're going to use the masculine form. Nosotras, if you are a female and you are part of a group of females, then you will use nosotras. Boys, you probably really won't use nosotras very much. Nosotras means we. Vosotros and vosotras, it means you all in Spain. Sometimes I say it as y'all, talking to a group. So you'd say as if you were talking to this group. Vosotros, vosotras. Ellos, you're talking about a group of people, all male, option 1. Ellos. Ellos, option 2, talking about a group of people, males and females. Option 3, ellos, even if there's all girls and only one boy, and it goes to the masculine form for ellos. You're talking about this group of people. The time you would use ellas is if you are talking about a group of females. Notice that all of these ellos and ellas are all in that bottom right-hand box. Ustedes is talking to a group. Gender is not a factor, so if you had a group of all girls and you're talking to them using ustedes, there is no masculine or feminine change for that. So all girls would be ustedes, all boys would be ustedes, the mix of the group would be ustedes, and ustedes, or you all, goes in that bottom box with ellos and ellas. Okay, now let's practice. I'm going to show you some pictures, give you some think time, and then we'll show you the answer. Okay, you're talking about this person, talking about him. This would be él. You're talking about her. Ella. You're talking about these people, talking about them. Or they, you're using the word they. This would be ellos. Now, if you were talking to them, you could use ustedes as the whole group. Okay, you are part of this group, so you would want to say we. This one would be nosotros. Nosotros. You're talking about this group, so you want to say they. Feminine would be ellas. Now again, if you were talking to them as a group, you would use ustedes. Ustedes. But ellas is if you're talking about them, or the word they. You're talking about this group of boys. Talking about the group of boys would be ellos. Ellos. Now if you were talking to them as a group, it would be ustedes. Ustedes. Alright, you're part of the group, you're all girls. It's going to be a feminine form because there are no boys. Nosotras. 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 You're talking about this group. Ellos. 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 Now if you were talking to them, once again, you would use ustedes, or if you could use the Spain form, you'd use vosotros. Like I said, I'm not going to test you too heavily on vosotros. Okay, again, you're talking about her, ella. You're talking about them, ellas. You're part of the group, nosotros. Nosotros. You're talking about them, and there's at least one male, ellos. Ellos. Okay, there's some practice with the pronouns. Keep studying, review this video, get help if you need it.